Hey guys, Harmeet here from Photo Insomnia. Today I want to talk to you about my Drobo 5N2. Hey guys, Harmeet here from Photo Insomnia, and today I want to talk to you about my Drobo 5N2. I went with the networked version. They also make various different versions, the 5C, which is a USB-C port, and 5D3, which is a Thunderbolt port. Now, you might be wondering, if I'm using a Mac, why didn't I go with a Thunderbolt edition? Well, the reason for choosing the networked one was twofold. One is obviously I have my iMac here, and I also have a MacBook Pro, so I am using that at times as well. So I didn't want a system that I would have to plug into two different systems and swap them around. I also wanted to be able to access my photos on the web, so when I'm traveling, I'm going to share some photos, I can quickly access my edited photos remotely using my laptop, and I can share them on the social media, on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, and so forth. Links in the video description. Now, then I also wanted to make sure that I had some ways of backing up photos from my phone. I take a lot of photos on my phone, and a lot of the times this is the camera that's in my pocket when I am traveling for work and doing other things where I don't have the XD2 with me. So, you know, backing up those photos is quite essential. Obviously on the iPhone there's the iCloud, but I don't want to pay for that subscription, so I wanted to invest in something that would last me a long time and it would take me away from traditional hard drives that are sitting on my desktop and can only be accessed through USB ports. The 5N2 has a mobile app, the Drobo Pix, and that automatically synchronizes all the photos that I've taken on this device onto my Drobo 5N2. But the great benefit is I can have multiple devices. So my wife's phone, and she takes a lot of pictures there, it also backs up to the Drobo 5N, which is fantastic. I can also access my Drobo using the Drobo Access app from anywhere around the world. So that was one of my reasons for choosing the 5N2 version as opposed to the non-networked version. There's a lot of unboxing videos out there, a lot of reviews, tech comparisons. Mostly they are technical comparisons. They look at specs, they look at speed and performance and so forth. You know, those are great. But what I failed to find when I was looking and researching for my Drobo setup and what would work best for me was that I wanted to understand essentially how I can integrate that into my workflow. So what I mean by that is essentially I want to be able to access my photos in Lightroom. I want to be able to edit in Final Cut Pro 10 and obviously access my photos anywhere. So accessing them, no problem, this one gets the tick. Now the catalog cannot live on the network device itself, but your photos can. And that was fine for me because my catalog was always on the computer, and the photos were on the USB hard drives, and there were 3 of them. So I have moved all my photos across onto the Drobo 5N2, and I access essentially Lightroom through that. Let's launch Lightroom just to show you. And all the photos basically are coming off the Drobo. So if I swap over, it will load the preview right there from the Drobo. So that's pretty cool. So let's talk about what's in my Drobo, okay? The Drobo itself has 3 hard drives. They are 8 terabytes each, so that's 24. Off that I get 14.7, roughly that much, usable storage, with 1 disk being used for full redundancy. That means that if out of the 3 disks, one of the disks fail, the 2 disks will still have all of my data secure. So 14 terabytes is plenty. My USB storage devices only had about 4 terabytes of photos, and there was a lot of videos as I'm creating videos for this channel. So I needed more storage, and obviously that was one of the drivers why I started looking at these Drobo NAS systems. I also have a Samsung 860 Evo M-SATA drive. This is just a tiny little M-SATA card which gets installed in the Drobo 5N, and it acts as a buffer of all of your frequently used photos and content and data that sits on that 250, I think it's 250 Yes, this one is a 250 gigabyte drive, so this acts as a buffer, and basically your frequently used data lives there, and the Drobo is able to serve that through the network much faster. So far, editing live from Final Cut has been just fine. Editing photos using Lightroom has been fine. The one thing you want to note is that because the drive is a network drive, what you have to do is every time you have to mount this. So you have to connect to the server, connect to your Drobo server, which will show up on your Mac, and you can connect to that drive. Once you're connected, it's authenticated, and all the shared folders that you've created on the Drobo can be accessed through your computer. So that's the only thing that you have to do. Maybe there is a script there that can be written for the Macs. I haven't done any research, so that on startup it basically automatically mounts those drives and I can access those folders easily. Maybe that's possible. If you know how to do it, please let me know in the comments down below. So in conclusion, I've been very happy with this investment. I know it is a big investment, but what you've got to think about is what that data that you have on your hard drives on your computer is worth to you. You know, having a very expensive system like this does cost a lot of money, but I think that this is a good investment for the future. I still have 2 bays empty in this device, so I can add more 8 terabyte hard drives or any other size, and I can upgrade this system gradually as well as my storage needs grow. So I've been very happy with this Drobo 5N2 system, and if you've got any questions about this system and what I haven't covered and you might want to know about, please leave a comment down below. If you're new to my videos, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.